Hello everyone, it's me again, Emma Himpeso, and yes, I'm back for another instructional video. And for today's video, we will be dealing with run-on sentences. So in this video, we will know what is a run-on sentence, and basically we'll be discussing how to correct run-on sentences. So if you're interested, just keep on watching.
Now let us define first what is a run-on. A run-on sentence takes place when two or more independent clauses, also known as complete sentences, are connected incorrectly. Example: I like to read stories. I would read one every day if I had a time. As you can see, there were two complete sentences in the above example. It is a run-on sentence since the two complete sentences are connected incorrectly. Sentence 1 states, I like to read stories, while sentence 2 states that I would read one every day if I had a time. Now you may ask what made a sentence incorrect. Well, you'll find out later. Now, a comma splice is a common form of a run-on sentence. When two separate clauses are joined by a comma splice occurs. Here is an example of a comma splice. Students could take their snack at any time. They needed to indicate their preference. Sentence 1 states students could take their snack at any time, while sentence 2 states that they needed to indicate their preference. Now, when a writer tries to use a transitional phrase in the middle of a sentence, comma splices may occur. Let's take a look on the example of a comma splice. The results of the performance were bad, therefore more practice needs to be done. Now, here in the example, sentence 1 is followed by a transitional expression or conjunctive adverb, therefore, and then followed by sentence 2. Remember to use a semicolon before the transitional expression and a comma after it to correct this kind of comma splice. Now let's take a look at our previous examples revision. The results of the performance were bad, therefore more practice needs to be done. You can fix a run-on sentence by correctly linking or separating its bits or parts. Independent clauses can be connected in a variety of ways. Now, how run-on sentences can be corrected? A run-on sentence can be resolved by correctly connecting its components. Independent clauses can be connected in a variety of ways. First is use a period. The simplest way to remedy a run-on is to use a period to break it up into smaller sentences. This revision is particularly effective with longer sentences. However, double-check that this approach doesn't result in choppy, short sentences. Now, let's take a look on this revision example. I like to read stories. I would read one every day if I had a time. A run-on sentence is corrected by using a period and by putting a period after the first complete sentence. Another way to correct a run-on sentence is to use a semicolon. A grammatically correct sentence is generated by using a semicolon between independent clauses. The use of a semicolon provides a similar connection between the two sentences and is a stylistic choice. For example, I like to read stories. I would read one every day if I had a time. So as you can see, the semicolon is used after the first sentence to provide connection with the second sentence. So next, use a comma and a coordinating conjunction. A run-on sentence is corrected with a comma and a coordinating conjunction. The relationship between the two clauses is highlighted in this process. For example, I like to read stories, and I would read one every day if I had a time. So as you can see, there is a comma after the first sentence and is joined with a coordinating conjunction and to connect with the second clause. And lastly, to correct a run-on sentence, use a subordinating conjunction. Make a contingent clause out of one of the independent clauses. A subordinating conjunction combines two clauses to form a complex sentence. This choice helps to strengthen the connection between the two parts of the sentence and can help the clauses flow better. Example: because I like to read stories, I would read one every day if I had a time. In this example, the sentence starts with a subordinating conjunction because, which combine the two clauses or the two sentences. And know that retaining sentence diversity helps to keep your writing concise and engaging for your readers, regardless of how you want to revise for run-on sentences.